On this demonstration, we'll show how companies can leverage Fairmarkit to augment their SAP Ariba solution by automatically intercept and source specific requests before their approval, improving the way they manage and realize additional spend efficiencies. While Fairmarkit has the ability to be the starting point and even drive self-service sourcing experience for end users, often the solution is seamlessly integrated with SAP Ariba without disruption to your current buying process, allowing for procurement to effectively influence and manage more spend. In fact, Fairmarkit is listed in the SAP App Store as an extension for the Ariba product suite. Being requests raised through guided buying, a sourcing request form, or an expiring contract, you decide the criteria which triggers the Fairmarkit intelligent sourcing process. When that happens, the request details are imported and used to automatically create an RFQ event. Leveraging our artificial intelligence engine, which learns not only from your sourcing transactions but also from your PO or invoice history, our solution recommends the appropriate suppliers for the type of purchase at hand. This supplier recommendation can take into account other factors like supplier diversity classification or your desire to find potential new vendors from our marketplace. At this point, your team can review and finalize the RFQ and submit it to the selected suppliers. In order to provide all the quote information you've requested, suppliers interact with you at no cost via a simple web interface that requires no onboarding or registration. At the event closure, your team can again review the aggregated results and award business accordingly. Not only this award can trigger a notification to the supplier, it automatically updates the request in Ariba, allowing the purchase process to continue. Not only Fairmarkit is seamless for all involved parties, the steps of creating and submitting an RFQ as well as the selection and award of an event can be automated based on your business rules, effectively shortening to hours, a process that traditionally lasted weeks or even months. As requisitions are raised in Ariba, a Fairmarkit node with the approval flow can be automatically added based on your own business logic. For example, the need to source low-dollar or non-contract, non-catalog requests. When the requisition reaches this step in your approval process, all relevant details are automatically imported into Fairmarkit and a sourcing event created. Once in this Fairmarkit sourcing event, you will see that both header and line contains data that was originally captured in Ariba, including any line item details and attachments needed to give the suppliers the necessary information they need to provide an accurate bid. If any adjustments are needed at this point, they can also be performed here. When triggering the automated supplier recommendation, our AI engine will take into account not only your business rules and purchase history, but also the item or services being sourced. This dynamic real-time approach to supplier recommendation is made possible by leveraging natural language processing, semantic search, and machine learning techniques applied across data from our community of customers, ensuring a high degree of accuracy. This process, which is cornerstone to the savings and efficiency the solution enables, is unique to Fairmarkit, removing the need to manage sourcing templates or maintain supplier lists. Nonetheless, your team has control over which suppliers are ultimately selected for this event, being able to remove or add additional as necessary. Once your process rules are met, such as notes or attachments visible to suppliers, adjustment to the urgency level, or even the configuration of reverse auctioning rules, the event can be submitted for immediate supplier bidding. Your team can now monitor this event and any others by simply leveraging the status views. The only requirement for your supplier to start receiving Fairmarkit requests from your organization is a simple email address. No portal registration or onboarding is required from the suppliers. For every RFQ, they will receive an email with instructions and actionable commands allowing them to quickly respond to your bid request. A formal response to your request is just a couple of clicks away. Here, the supplier is asked to provide simple details such as the quote number, its expiration, and the pricing for the goods or services your organization is looking to source. They can also interact with your team directly from this panel, with the conversation details being permanently associated with this particular bid. The supplier is also continuously updated over the status of the event, including notifications from your organization. Upon event closure, your team sees all supplier responses aggregated in a simple view, which highlights key data points like the type of supplier and diversity classification, compares prices between bids and benchmark, as well as lead times and bid totals for all suppliers which responded to this event. Suppliers who formally declined to bid are also listed, including the underlying reason for doing so. At this point, your team can make an award decision by selecting individual items or the full supplier response. Once confirmed, The original Ariba request gets automatically updated with the supplier, the item, and the price information, as well as any comments regarding the sourcing process that took place. The same node which triggered the sourcing event is now marked as approved, and the request moves forward in your approval flow. While the Fairmarkit system allows for users to filter which events they want to see, as well as the stages those events are in, a sophisticated analytics solution is available for key users within your organization. Within the analytics solution, information will be aggregated in different dashboards, tailored to specific use cases and metrics your organization focuses on. Buyer-specific dashboards could contain information about your sourcing team, their adoption of the solution, and key performance metrics such as the number of events open and subsequent supplier participation, savings generated by each sourcing professional, as well as average individual processing times. Executive dashboards can be tailored to focus on general business outcomes, summarizing spend, savings, and process efficiency, allowing for a breakdown of execution and savings metrics over time or over different business units, as well as general supplier adoption and related diversity classification. Specific diversity classification dashboards are often enabled in order to track the inclusion of your diverse supplier community within your Fairmarkit-enabled processes. Not only these reports can be exported, your team could schedule an automatic delivery over email on a desired cadence and format.